I really appreciate you joining me again for this second part of the episode, and this is a totally different case and definitely shows similarities. Nicola Priest has been jailed for injuries that her daughter received resulted in her dying. It was heard in court that she was messaging her friends and asking them if she liked selfies while her daughter lay dead in her bedroom. She was talking to somebody about her upcoming birthday, they revealed in court, and having normal conversations like girls would have. She appeared to be more interested in her own selfies than she was in her child. If you see the CCTV, Nicola is obsessed with looking in the mirror in the lift than she is with her own daughter. One witness told the court about an incident when a hungry daughter, who was called Kaylee, had been pleading for food from her mum. They said the condition of her bedroom was a testament to how her mother treated her. Nicola had saved up £1,000 from her benefits to buy a BMW for her boyfriend of 3 months, Redfern, which was later seized by police because he had no insurance. Nicola Priest told people who visited the flat that her mother had contacted social services and that she was in the process of redecorating but had not got round to doing her child's room. They said in court she didn't have a large amount of money, but she managed to find the money for Redfern, but didn't decorate her daughter's bedroom. Within 6 days of him buying the car, they was pulled over with the child in the car, and it was taken away and crushed by the police. And that was a prime example of the character of Nicola Priest from Birmingham, who today has been jailed along with her violent ex-partner for killing their daughter in a savage beating inside their home. Little Kaylee-Jayde Priest suffered catastrophic abdominal and chest injuries that included fractured ribs in an attack in her home in Stonebridge Crescent, Kingshurst, on the 8th of August last year. Birmingham Crown Court heard the injuries were consistent with somebody being punched, kicked and even stamped on multiple times. Through CCTV and other inquiries, they were able to prove that Nicola was in the flat with her partner of 3 months, Callum Redfern, at the time of the murder. It's unclear who delivered the fatal blows or whether both Priest and Redfern played a part. One of the child's broken ribs punctured her lung, and she was found dead at 11 AM the next morning when Priest went in to find her. Experts in court concluded that if Kaylee-Jayde had received medical treatment following the assault, she would have survived. Redfern, aged 22, also left the address at 8:35 PM following the assault. Nicola was described in court as a social media addict, and she remained in the flat but ignored her daughter as she lay fatally injured in her bedroom. Her attention was on uploading videos and images to Snapchat. One of them was of her love bites and messaging friends and also her boyfriend of 3 months. Her boyfriend blamed her for the death and said that she lashed out at the child in frustration when the child was crying. Pathology tests on the girl's body also revealed that she had partially healed fractures on her sternum, ribs and jaw that showed that this was not the first time she had been seriously injured. None of the injuries were reported to the doctors and none of them received medical treatment. And neither Redfern or Priest were able to explain how any of these injuries occurred. They also found messages between the pair where they discussed the brutal punishments that was handed out to the child. They both denied murder and manslaughter, but following a 6-week trial at Birmingham Crown Court, they were found guilty of manslaughter and cleared of murder. Priest was convicted of child neglect in relation to Kaylee-Jayde's past injuries, and today on the 6th of August, Priest was sentenced to 15 years and Redfern for 14. The investigating officer Adam Jobson from the homicide unit said, "This was a heartbreaking case where an innocent child has suffered at the hands of somebody that is meant to have loved her. On the night of the assault, you were both excited to see each other and your focus was not on the child. Kaylee-Jayde wanted your attention and she wanted to carry on playing and you lashed out in frustration." The prosecution said they believed the level of discipline subjected was increasingly violent as time went on. And they said that throughout the investigation they never found out exactly how she died because the mom and her boyfriend weren't honest in the investigation. Her grandmother Debbie Windmill said, "I could never stop staring at her beautiful face. I loved every moment of watching her develop to school age and preparing to buy her school uniform. I couldn't wait for this time, and everybody deserves the gift of life, and Kaylee-Jayde deserved to show the world that she could have been so much more than what her mother seen in her." So this is just a heartbreaking story to think that social media has took over people's lives so much that children are actually being neglected and killed by their own parents. And if we just stand by and allow this to go on, then where does it stop? When does this stop? Who is the next child to fall victim to their own parents? So I really want to hear what people have to say on this story, and also suggestions on what you think we can do to be able to stop this from happening in the future. So I really appreciate you joining me again today. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Peace.